Hello, YouTubers. I put one foot in front of the other one. I don't need a new love or a new life, just a better place to die. Those are lyrics from a song called One Foot by the band Fun. And I love that because it's relatable to the current stage of life that I'm in, the current level, if you will, the current season. And these are my thoughts on it. Keep them short. My whole goal is to always keep it under 5 minutes because I know our attention spans are really short. Bear with me. All I want to do is travel. I lived in Denver. I moved to Colorado for 3 months after wanting to commit suicide when I was 26, and I'm only 27 now. But in those 3 months, I feel like I lived 3 years, and I learned a lot. I recalibrated, and now I have a drive to go live. There's so much out there in the world, so many people, so many different locations, so many different sights to see, so many different foods to taste, so many different just ways to experience life, and I want to go find them, and I want to make that my legacy. I don't want to buy a big-ass house and have a fucking 401k and retire after 50 years of slaving my goddamn life for some fucking company who looks at me like a number. And that's not to say that every company does, but just that in theory, that's an aggressive way to look at it. But put one foot in front of the other one. I don't need a new love or a new life. Love. I've been heartbroken time after time after time, and I'm sure we all have. And I'm not saying I recognize that I have my own toxic traits, so I'm not saying I'm perfect. That's not my point. My point is it's difficult as for a millennial to find a relationship the way that I was taught to believe. And I'm sure I speak for all of us when we say that, if not all, most of us. And what I want to say is that I get lonely. During the day like this, I don't feel like I need anyone. Just good friends, good company, whether they're girl, boy, doesn't matter. It's those nights when you get home after all of your adventuring and exploring that it'd be nice to have someone to hold on to. But that's not enough to keep me from going out and living my life. So hopefully I'll just find someone along the way, and maybe I don't ever find someone. That's okay. I'm okay with that, at least at this stage in my life. And I think you should be okay with that. Let's go out and let's make this life our fucking bitch. And then let's treat it with care and respect. Because that's badass. That's what a boss is. So it's okay to feel that way, to feel lonely. Feel lonely. Own that shit. Own your loneliness. Because then you'll also own your happiness. You know, physics says that to the extent that one thing goes in a direction, it also equally goes the opposite way in the other direction. So don't tell me you can experience full joy when you don't experience full sadness or full happiness without full depression. It's okay to experience all of your emotions exactly as they are to the depth of what they are. And that opens up our ability to experience life in all the other different variety of ways to the fullest. It's kind of like in football, they say the pass game opens up the run game, and the run game opens up the pass. It's just a step. They go back and forth, and they work together for the good of an offensive drive, which the goal is to score. And I want to score in my life. I want to have a touchdown. I want to celebrate. I want to have that accomplishment, that victory. But the victory is not anything that I'm getting to. It's a matter of the journey, right? It's a matter of the process. And we're at 3 minutes, 35 seconds, so I'll wrap it up. I like to just send my thoughts out because I know I'm not the only one that thinks this, and I feel like if I share it, then it can help comfort someone who has yet to realize that they're not alone, because we secretly keep these things trapped in our mind because we think we have to be a certain person or look a certain way or think a certain way to get success. No, you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one on earth who is youer than you. Dr. Seuss. It's so true, though. And can't nobody do you better than you. But you have to do you. And if you do you and I do me and collectively we all do each other and we be ourselves, this generation's going to evolve. Thriving millennials, let's own this fucking life and be encouraged. Become the superhero that saves yourself. You don't need religion to be happy. You don't need structure from a job or all these things. Those are great balances, but they're not the definitive thing that makes you happy. Happiness is peace and who you are and being content and happy with your own self. So take pride in what you do and live for others outside of yourself. Invest in yourself, serve from the overflow. 455, David Shaw. Thank you guys. I love you all.